Hello, loves. My name is Rosalind Streeter. I am a seer and prophet of God to the nations. Welcome to the Journey of Vision, where you will learn that on this journey it is so much easier with God. So let's chat. All right, you guys. So I'm here to talk again about the wealth transfer. God just keeps giving me all these dreams, so I'm going to give them to you. Okay. So this one is in reference to a prophetic dream I had, the flash crash. If you've never heard of that, definitely take some time to look into that. So this is warning as well as confirmation for many, okay? All right, so because of the prophetic dream, it is definitely a long prophetic dream. So I've just took time and come through a lot of it. So I won't read everything, but I do have my notebook right here. I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. All right, so I noticed that I was at a building. The building was empty, but I could tell it was actually for purchase. The area that I was in, I could tell was more of like a lower income area. And I end up, when I was thinking about the building was really big and it had a building inside the building. So it was as though if you had a building and a part of that building, you could actually sell like cupcakes or, like have a bakery and stuff like that. So as I walked out of this building, I remember seeing two handicap signs. So I was walking out of like the parking lot of the building and then right on the road. So there was two handicap parking spots. Now there was already one car parked in that one of the parking spots. So what I did, I ended up walking pretty much behind the car to get to the street, to walk down the street, right? So as I was walking behind the car, here comes another car. And she was just pulling in real fast. She almost literally hit me. But she pulled in the other handicap spot. Okay, so I started to walk down the street. And as I walked down the street, I noticed that the two women that actually was parked in the parking spot, they ended up getting into it. Like they were just like not happy with each other at all. And so one of the ladies though, she she was in like some type of like wheelchair, but her legs were real small, so she couldn't walk, and her wheelchair was like an automatic chair, okay, that she could ride around in. So all of a sudden, as they got into it, I just remember they started, the one with the wheelchair, she started chasing the other one down the street, right? And they both was coming towards the same way that I was walking down the street. And so the girl that was being chased, she wanted my help. So she came close to me and wanted my help. But I wasn't having it. I was like, I literally changed the subject, and I was like, can I needed a straw. But what I noticed is as I was looking at me, I looked different. Like I looked totally different, right? And so I kept walking. So I asked for a straw. I was not dealing with what she had going on, and I got my straw and I just kept walking. Okay. So as I kept walking, then I saw, like in another scene, a group of girls that were at like another building, but they knew the girl who wanted my help, and they were like getting ready to help her. Like there was like, they knew that there was a fight about to happen and they wanted to help her. So as soon as I saw them like getting their jackets on and like getting prepared and everything, my scene switched to me sitting in front of my computer. Okay. So I was sitting in front of my computer and I was watching Bitcoin. I was about to trade, like I wanted to put some on Bitcoin, and as soon as I was about to put some money on Bitcoin, I saw it drop. It was like a little bit, dropped just a little bit, right? And I was like, I remember thinking like, wow, it just, dropped right in front of my eyes. Wow. Then it dropped, so it dropped like a little bit, and it dropped this much, like, and I was like, in all, I was just shocked, because it's like this is happening right in front of my eyes, you guys, right? And so when that happened, all of a sudden, in front of my eyes, it dropped down to the bottom, y'all. It just literally hit the line zero. That's where it went. And I thought flash crash, right? And when I saw it drop all the way down, I remember grabbing someone that I knew, and we were like celebrating, and we were just so happy about what had just happened, right? Because we were prepared. And so then I, was sharing it with everyone and people around me. And they had, again, because I had another dream like this, they had no clue what was going on. They could not even, they couldn't share the excitement because they were clueless. Like, they didn't know anything that was going on. So then at that point, I saw Bitcoin go back up, and it went back up to, so it was a chart, and I can see it right now, but it looks like it went back up to where it was, and if not, like a little bit under where it was. Okay. So during the stream, it was another scene. Okay. So I ended up going to the chiropractor, and she was like adjusting me, and I saw that she had made a mistake on like the adjustment form. And it's like I knew she made this mistake. And when I brought it to her attention, she actually redid it for me correctly, right? But I didn't notice, when she redid it for me, I was looking at her and I could tell she felt bad. Like, it was like I don't know if she knew, or it was as though like she kind of knew what she was doing but got caught in it and felt bad about it. I don't know. It was just a weird look of how she was looking. All right. So then, in reference to, like, pay for the service, I had to use a business. I pulled out a business card. Now it was like a business pay card. Now, by the way, this card, it didn't have my name on it. It was someone else's name. And I told her I haven't received my card yet, like with my name on it. And I was like, I just wanted, her to use just a different card. And so then I woke up so quickly and so excited, and I checked my phone, but at that point nothing had happened, but yet it was so real. And you know how, like, you guys, you wake up and you had a dream that was so real, and you wake up so fast and your heart's like, you're just kind of like excited because you already know it happened, and then it didn't happen. That's where I was. I was just like all over the place. I was like, woo. It was like I was trying to get out of the dream into real life, right? But what was happening was God was showing me, that's what I was feeling in my spirit, that the transfer did happen, you guys. That everything, the flash crash happened. And even though we don't see it yet, it is going to manifest because it happens in the spirit first, right? And then we will see it. So, I am a witness to that, and that's why I felt that so heavily on me. So I did take, I have a few notes here, and I don't want this to be too long, so I'm going to speed it up for you. So the area that, again, I was in, I could tell was like a lower income area. And I just noticed, there are some people who can be handicapped, right? And they can be handicapped like in a physical standpoint, where maybe they feel like they're not good enough to have more or to do better, or whatever the case may be. Your environment, put your mindset, the lack of knowledge can handicap you. Definitely the people around you. You know how they say the saying, in the as far as like iron sharpens iron, right? Even with that, it's powerful to just be able to potentially like just call on somebody who is like-minded, right? And they build you up, and they listen to you, and they push you to do better. You know, they're not okay with you just being the same way or feeling bad about yourself or whatever the case may be. They want you to do better, and you want them to do better, and you guys push each other, and you align everything up with the Holy Spirit, and it's just a beautiful thing when you think about iron, right? So, also, you know, what can handicap you is not having a relationship with God, because if you don't have God to lead you, you're going to be lost. You know, you're not going to understand what's going on. You will never discern what's going on at all if you don't have God. You know, your environment would pretty much take over. So this is why I was thinking, as I was like combing through this stream, I just kind of wrote some notes here. Both women was handicapped, one physical and one mental, but yet they shared the same distraction, right? In the same environment. Now, the one thing about distraction, have you ever had somebody who was distracted? They had so much going on with themselves, and you was fine, but when they called you, right, and poured their distraction on you or whatever they're going through in their life, it pulled you away from your focus, right? And so distraction can actually pull others in to all of that mess as well, and distract you from what is important, what is, you know, what God has placed in front of you, and you will miss it. So the part which was good to me, was when she tried to bring the distraction on me, I literally dismissed it and changed the subject. And on top of that, I just noticed I looked new. I looked different, right? And so that was just telling me God is doing a new thing here. Not only did I look new, I was covered and I was focused. Because literally right after that, it went into a different scene. And I was right in front of my computer trying to trade Bitcoin, right? So, and another thing I was thinking about is like they went down the same exact street as I did, you know. So without that distraction, I feel like they could have followed me into what God had promised. But they were so distracted and prepared for something else, which was that fight, right? Others were preparing for a fight that wasn't even theirs. You know, who's in a fight that's not theirs? Who's in a fight where a sibling or a friend or somebody you know brought that to you, and you miss your mark because of that? You know, think about that. All right, so I did also say I wanted you to refer to, I did another video, it's called Don't Miss God. Now this is a video where God woke me up like, I think it was like 3 in the morning. But he woke me up and I could tell he wanted to tell me something. And he just started pouring into me what he wanted me to tell you guys. And I just started writing it down. So, you know, if you're interested, check out that video because it's very important and it has instructions. God is like, don't miss God. I have a massive amount of wealth to transfer. So check that video out. All right, so quickly, the chiropractor, when the chiropractor actually made that mistake and adjusted me incorrectly, that just reminded me of, like, you know, when they go to fill the orders for the wealth transfer, or in certain transactions maybe that would happen. I noticed that I was the one who caught that mistake. So, you know, just use wisdom, knowledge in all of this. Definitely pray, fast, and discern what is going on. You know, keep your eyes open because you never know what is happening, right? So just keep your eyes open. Also, the business pay card I had that didn't have my name on it, it was just another confirmation of the wealth transfer. If you think about God removing wealth from others to give to us, wealth from the wicked to give to us, statuses, right? Positions, right? So wealth transfer wouldn't just be more so from a financial standpoint. This is so much that will be transferred over that will lift our status, especially within God. So, all right, so that's all I have here. So remember to stay safe, test all spirits by the Spirit, and please go to God with any and everything that I share with you. Get some confirmation. Okay, so that's all I have for you now. God has definitely given me so much more to release to you. So subscribe, like, comment, and share, and I will see you soon. Remember also that I'm so in love with love, and God is love, and we love you. Bye.